When two people communicate or interact, there are at least 8 things going on uh, between them. This is important because when you're alert to all these other things going on, you can know what to put your focus on. If you're not alert to it, you can just ramble on within the interaction and not make progress, in a sense. When one person communicates with another, that person often feels and thinks about how he views him or herself. And then also how the same person views the other. And that person also conceives of the way that he or she appears to the other, the appearance the person is giving towards the other. So about conception about the self, conception about the other, and the conception of how one appears to the other. So those are 3 sets of concepts rolling around about identity and the individuals involved. And the other person is doing the same. And they're all different. So you're dealing with 6 sets of concepts floating around in this discussion and human interaction, or entity interaction. And there is also the actuality of those individuals there. They are really there, and there is a spiritual reality there, a presence, and there's that one person's presence and the other person's presence, and mostly the authentic presence is being ignored, and just the concepts are being played with. Now these are just ideas, concepts about this and about the other, and it has very little to do with spiritual reality at all. It's just a bunch of concepts floating around and happening in the communication and the interaction. This is all 3D, and we're moving out of the 3D, so need to be alert to how things are working, the depth of how things are working in 3D, and all of the time that is spent on all of these surfacey concepts that have nothing to do with reality. Just keeping busy with all these things that have to do with personality, appearance, etc. So being alert to it is very important, because there is a need to see the other as who they really are, and see oneself as that as well, and never think they're other than that, because if you do, you're God and you're creating your reality on all these aspects. You're always creating your reality, so if you're staying off into some distorted view of reality on some surfacey set of concepts, that's how you're creating your reality, and this is how this, lowered frequency environment that we have now was created. We created it, and it's time to graduate and get into back to the essence of who we are, and really we're sleeping gods, and this is a part of the sleepy time. So it's time to wake up. So here are the things to look at. So in order to wake up, you got to see what's going on, and you be alert to it, because it's natural not to see it. It's just reality, and you're not aware of all these things going on. So now is the time to become aware and catch yourself doing these things, so you can keep your focus on reality. In this way, it raises your frequency and raises and expands your consciousness in order to match that of the 5th dimensional new earth, so you can go ahead and ascend and go there.